Hello, friends. 1055 days of war between Russia and Ukraine. As far as Kherson is concerned, in southern war zone, no changes. In Zaporizhia directions, however, once again, no changes in Kamensky area where the Ukrainians were carrying out offensive operations and they had advanced earlier in the southern part of it, but it seems they are removing part of their strike forces towards Orikho sector. In Velika Novosilka or Remivka sector, the fight is on towards north of Neskuchny, and Russians have reached bank of Makri Yali river, which is north of Remivka. Coming to east on Kurakhov-Pokrovsk sector, fight continues as far as Kurakhov is concerned in Shevchenko Petropavlivka area, and post Yanterny, Russians' offensive operation is on in south of Kurakhov, and they made advance on the right bank of Sukhyali river. Also, Russians' offensive operations towards south-southwest towards Dakhny is continuing. In northern flank from Stary Turny, Russians have reached northwest Dakhny and towards bank of Volchi river. In Pokrovsk sector, Russians advanced towards Krivulia gully towards Kotlino. In Zaverivo and west of it, Russians advanced towards Pokrovsk defense line. Fight is on in Lysovka and Sukhoyar. Also in Promin and Mirolyubovka area, and in Elizavetivka, Vodyane, Vitoroe, Tarasovka and Baranovka area. In Toretsk, Russians advanced northwest in the city, and as per Ukrainian media, the Russians have almost occupied maximum part of this city. In remaining regions, Ukrainians are withdrawing to mines of cities' outskirts. In Bakhmut, Chasiv Siversk to Serebryansky sector, no significant changes, positional battle on. Now coming to northeast Ukraine. Russian army advanced towards Kolodezi from Ivanovka on the right bank of Zerevets river and is 15 kilometers from Lyman now. In Kupyansk sector, Russians after a long time made some marginal gains northwest of Petropavlivka and have captured Kalinovo. North of Kharkov, that is Slobozansky direction, no changes. Coming to Kursk, Russian army broke through into Sumy region west of Zhuravovka in direction of Yunakovka. As per ISW, which it confirms that Russians have crossed the border south of Prokhody. Otherwise, their offensive operation continuing in Pogrebiki, Makhnovka and made gains in Ruskaya Poreknoe and Kruglenka area. Interdiction missions continuing, like Russians struck central and western part of Ukraine while Ukrainians carried out attacks with drones in Black Sea, Voronezh, Bryansk with some success. Coming to Palestine, Lebanon, Middle East. IDF continuing its airstrike in Zabalia, that is North Gaza, while Palestinian resistant forces launch rockets at IDF along Netzarim corridor, that is Central Gaza, and also they detonated, killing 4 of IDF soldiers in Beit Hanun in Central Gaza. IDF drones have been hitting in southern Lebanon, though ceasefire holds. Houthis have claimed to target US aircraft carrier USS Harry Truman with cruise missiles and drones in Red Sea. Syria, as per information, Egyptian militias within STS, that is Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, launched January 25 revolutionary movement to topple Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. Otherwise, skirmishes and even fight and shelling each other continues between Syrian National Army supported by Turkey and Syrian Defense Forces or Democratic Forces supported by US on Eastern Front Line and near the Shrim Dam. Interestingly, Iraqi army and Popular Mobilization Forces launched operations at ISIS in Diyala province. IDF bulldozers are active in southern Syria. And there was a widespread strikes in Idlib and Aleppo provinces by the shopkeepers, businessmen against hike in custom duties and fees, which is 15 to 20%. In Sudan, the rebellion RSF has regained some portion in Jazirah. That's all for the day. Thank you.